Hi, I'm Pat DiNizio, your host for the KitKat Acoustic Break. On this week's show, our guests are Bettie Serbeert. We'll be right back with them after this.
You're listening to the KitKat Acoustic Break, hosted by Pat DiNizio. Take a break with a KitKat bar.
Welcome to the KitKat Acoustic Break. We're live in the studio with our special guests from Holland. Please welcome Bettie Serbeert. Hi.
Hi.
Hi, how's it going?
It's doing very well, thank you. Why don't we go into a song now? The song is called Sugar the Pill. Is this from your new album?
Yeah.
Yes.
And that new album is called Dust Bunnies.
Right. 1, 2, 3, 4. Now isn't this great? We got our own dark horse ride, and what an escape! And let the whole darn thing slide. Get down on the sofa with a six-pack. Let him take the years back until the day has dawned. Deciding who will take the blame for every kid that went insane and sugar the pill. Sugar the pill. Sugar the pill. It doesn't matter. Take a long shot. Someone always will. Now isn't this great? We played it off the cuff now, and what an escape! Before it got too rough. Now put it in the cupboard for a short nap. Don't let your mind snap. Just let the days roll on. Deciding who will take the blame for every cloud that went insane and sugar the pill. Sugar the pill. Sugar the pill. It doesn't matter if you take a long shot. Slip sliding into a summer ride. Never really give a damn for they have and have not. Oh, sugar the pill. Sugar the pill. Sugar the pill. It doesn't matter if you take a long shot. Surviving is an awful lot. Self-sufficient, color deaf, never find the right spot.
We're live in the studio on the KitKat Acoustic Break with Matador recording artist Bettie Serbeert. They're currently in the States on the road promoting their third album, which is entitled Dust Bunnies. Mm-hmm. Now, I understand that the album was recorded in the USA in upstate New York in the Catskill Mountains.
Yeah, it was
Bearsville?
in Bearsville, yeah.
How was that experience for you?
That was great
We
because
saw a lot of nature. That was kind of new to us.
there was no distraction. It was just the woods, us, in the studio.
Do you find it difficult at home in Amsterdam to make records? Do you find yourself distracted easily?
Yeah, it's too easy to go outside and, enjoy yourself and do stuff.
Well, I would assume you had the best of both worlds, at least in the States. You did pre-production in Manhattan and New York City.
Yep.
Whereabouts? The Lower East Side, perhaps?
I
Where
think
was that
so.
again? Yeah, you might be
I
right.
think
Yeah.
it was.
Let's hear the next song. This is called Spine. Is this also from the new record?
No, it's it was on a B-side of a single, one of the singles that came out in Europe. So,
All right.
yeah. Past the lights on 42nd Street, I'm moving down towards the Spine. I see a world that's more than incomplete, in 1,000 different ways to lose your mind. And the devastated look it plays behind. I think I understand the reasons why. Where time has healed a wound, it leaves a scar. It stays a part of you until the day you die. It's the evidence for all the reasons why. Part of me and part of you connected to this spiral case that's purely in our minds. No matter what we say or do, we'll always find a way back home to the crooked spine.
Bettie Serbeert on the KitKat Acoustic Break. Now, you've obviously been asked this a million times regarding the name of the band. I understand it came from a Dutch tennis instruction manual?
No, that's wrong.
It is right.
It's from a fabric that makes frames for glasses. And you can find it on the trucks of those fabric... No, it's an instruction.
It was our own fault. We should have chosen a better...
No, it's
name.
a great name, but did it really come from a tennis instruction
Yeah, it
manual?
means Betty serves, like in tennis.
I've given away your secret. Yeah. I was talking to Baron, your drummer, earlier, and we touched upon this subject that despite the perception of the band that you don't really consider yourself an alternative band, but to be more of the rock tradition in the sense of someone like Neil Young, maybe in terms of the songwriting. Is that a correct assumption?
Yeah, I guess that's what Bettie Serbeert is about.
I think we are way too alternative to be mainstream and way too mainstream to be alternative. And those whole words don't mean a lot anyway, so whatever.
These are questions that demand to be asked, of course.
Yeah,
I think...
you're doing a good job there.
I think we're about writing songs. That's what Bettie Serbeert is about.
Well, then it's about pop music.
Yep.
Let's hear this next song. It's called All the Other Fish. What record is this from, and what is it about lyrically?
Well, actually, it's not on a record. It is out on a single, not a single, but a 7-inch single, and there's I think about 500 copies from this. So it's not too much. Not too many people know this song.
Is this out in the States or in Europe?
All over. It's like 500 copies, and they just spread it out.
They're gone by now, ladies and gentlemen.
Yes, I think so.
This is called All the Other Fish.
You smile so sweetly when you dream, and I wonder what that expression really means. Could it be that you're trying to turn the key when I don't want you to? And I think that you already know. Ain't it funny how the street seems so gray when even the brightest colors seem much brighter yesterday? Can think of is how to get away. You say you don't wanna tie me down, all the other fish around. Well, maybe it's just the opposite, and I don't want to go through with it, 'cause I think that you already know. Ain't it funny how the street seems so gray when even the ones you love seem to turn their heads away, and all you can think of is how to get away.
That song was called All the Other Fish. You're listening to the music, acoustic music of Bettie Serbeert on the KitKat Acoustic Break. Tell us about your friendship with the American pop group Counting Crows. How did that happen?
They, I think they saw us a couple of years ago, as they told us, playing live in the Kennel Club, which is a club in San Francisco where we played then. And it seems to be that they are Bettie Serbeert fans. And they invited us for this big tour we are doing with them right now. And those guys are really, we love them.
So the tour is gratifying. You're playing in front of a lot of people. And
yeah.
That's
it's
wonderful.
weird though. We'd never done that before, so big and every night. But it's really interesting and fun too. So.
I like the sound of your new record a lot. It's very clean. It's very minimalist.
Thanks.
It's really a nice record. Let's hear the next song. This is actually the title track, if indeed there is one, from the new album. This is called Dust Bunny.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Are you ready?
You pass the cracks in every weird occasion. You keep your fingers crossed at any time. I guess by now you figured out there's no conclusion. Why? You put your foot down. Counting feels like something to hang on to. And find the number, try to break the code. If I were you, I could come up with more solutions. Why? You put your foot down. You're 9 years old. Your body's cold. And underneath the bed, the world seems gray. The pain inside your head is gone away. You're 9 years old. You're 9 years old.
The most recent album from the Dutch band Bettie Serbeert is called Dust Bunnies. That was the title track. You can find that on the Matador Records label. I understand that the most recent album took about a year to write and record. What was the process for you on this?
Yeah, it was basically Carol in her room thinking about lyrics, and sometimes I came up to her and we jammed. And when that was more in progress, Herman joined us for the bass parts, and when that was finished, we went into the practice space with Björn to complete the whole thing.
Now, in the past, had you written or recorded an album in the studio while you were making it? Had you ever worked like that before?
A couple of
Yeah.
songs during Lamprey.
About half the record of Lamprey, I would say.
Who produced the new record?
Bryce Cogan.
Who did he work with?
With the Breeders, Chavez, Lemonheads, Space Hog.
Did you enjoy that?
Yes.
Was it the first? Is he American?
Yeah.
So was this the first time you worked with an American producer?
Yeah.
Brought a sort of different sensibility to it, or
Yeah,
was it
but
different?
that's good.
Oh, no. I'm sure it's what you wanted.
Yeah, definitely.
We're gonna hear one more song. This is called "Something So Wild." What is this about?
Well, it was on our previous record, and well, it tells its own story. I mean, it's very obvious. She had 3 more lovers, and they all got cold feet. And I know that there were others, but she's so discreet. Yet a wave of his hands enough to get her back again. And she made it through high school, and she's got a degree. And I know in different ways she's a lot smarter than me. Yet a wave of his hands enough to get her back again. But it's by tries to make her feel weak and he'll put her down in public. And he treats her like a child, but he'll never make a lapdog out of something so wild. Yet a wave of his hands enough to get her back again. Yet a wave of his hands enough to get her back again. And I tried to convince her to make it on her own. She's afraid to be a spinster, afraid to be alone. Yet a wave of his hands enough to get her back again. He tries to make her feel weak and he'll put her down in public. And he treats her like a child, but he'll never make a lapdog out of something so wild. Yet a wave of his hands enough to get her back again. Yet a wave of his hands enough to get her back again.
That song was called Something So Wild from Bettie Serbeert. I think we've got time for another song if you'd like to give us one.
Oh.
Perhaps something unusual, unheard.
Unheard.
Maybe the song that you did for I Shot Andy Warhol? Could you do an acoustic version of that?
We have to study that first.
Oh my God.
We've only played that in the studio when we were recording
What about
it.
the link, girl?
Well, you know, the reason why we never really did this before was because on our other two records, we didn't really have any songs that we could play acoustic, except for Something So Wild from our previous record. And this time around, we finally have some stuff that we can play this way.
Are you enjoying it?
Yes, we do.
It sounds really good, really
It's
good.
good to do.
It's different from playing the full band, lots of noise.
I like to rock out as well.
Well, they're well-written songs, and that's why they're translating in this context. There's no problem. If you have another one that you could do, we'd love to hear.
Try the
it.
link, girl.
Yeah, we can try. I'm not sure if it's going to sound very good because for a lot of our songs you need a lot of volume and drums and stuff. But
Let's give it a try.
we can try, I guess.
1, 2, 3, 4.
All I see is just a strange cat howling at a perfect moon. And even if I wore the same hat, well, I couldn't be like you, 'cause you don't wanna be here. And all you're ever gonna see here is a palette full of broke down tunes in a silent room. Down in sunny California, well, no one knows the way you feel, and all the kids say they adore ya, how it bores ya. It's so unreal, 'cause you don't wanna be here. And all you're ever gonna see here is a palette full of broke down tunes in a silent room. makes you feel so small till you don't feel at all. Oh, it makes you feel like science. Secret sons, oh, tell me, operator, did you get the call? 20 minutes later, it's gonna get us all now, sons. Secret sons, oh, stupid information, never make the link. Phony adoration, it's never what you think, but all I see is just a strange cat howling at a perfect moon. And even if I wore the same hat, well, I couldn't be like you.
Our thanks to our guests Carol and Peter of Bettie Serbeert for being our guests on the KitKat Acoustic Break. Thanks, and a successful
you.
tour and journey home
Thanks.
and everything. I'm your host, Pat DiNizio. Our thanks to this week's guest, Bettie Serbeert. Thank you, guys and gal. And next time on the KitKat Acoustic Break, our guests will be Junior Cottonmouth and KitKat Connect. So please join us, won't you? I'm your host, Pat DiNizio, and this has been the KitKat Acoustic Break. We'll see you next week.
The KitKat Acoustic Break is produced by Rob Stevens, executive producer, College Soundtrack, a division of...
Hi, this is Pat DiNizio, the host of the KitKat Acoustic Break. Our guests on our next show are Bettie Serbeert. So stay tuned to this radio station for the time and date of the next KitKat Acoustic Break.